Okay, here we go. Hello, everyone. I don't know if I've got anyone in here. Doesn't look like it. I'm just setting up my stream right now. Give me just a moment. Pop out. Okay, now let's go to YouTube. There we go. Let's change the title of this. Sorry I'm doing all this on camera, guys. I promise it'll get more exciting. I got so much work done yesterday on my piece. Um, okay, now I can go back. Okay, there we go. And that copy. Start streaming. Hmm, why is this not working? I'm trying to get my stream going on Watch Me Work. Invalid. Oh, it's because I need the embed code. Oh, I'm so bad at this. Share. Copy. Pause that so I can't hear myself. Um, there we go. Hello. So this site I am trying to stream on right now has a multi-stream like pairing system, so artists can work with each other. But apparently you have to have your YouTube account verified for it to work. So that's not going to happen. Sorry so much, guys, for using stream time to get this all worked out. But it doesn't look like there's anyone in my Twitch stream right now, so cool. If you're watching on YouTube, I won't see your messages. Doing some troubleshooting here. This is the piece I'm going to be working on. Um, I'm pretty happy with where it's going right now, but it needs a lot of love. Okay, cool. You can see me. That's awesome. Um, I was gonna hop in the Discord chat. That's what I did yesterday. Um, just in the general voice channel. If you want to hop in there and chit chat about what we're working on, that would be cool. Anyways, here's my painting. Time to crack my energy drink and get going here. So I think this is my fourth broadcast working on this piece. I'm really hoping to get it done this week. Ooh, what is the Discord link? Let me see here. I know I can get this. Hmm. You know what? Maybe it's on the Watch Me Work website. No. Hmm. That's unfortunate. I don't know where to find the Discord link. Unfortunately, I can't oh wow, I can hear myself now. That's annoying. Let's pause that. I can't, I have to show this. Something about my version of Windows doesn't show Photoshop. Knowledge base. You know what, I'll just put in the chat. Apparently I can't post there. Wait, am I not? Oh, thank you for that. All right, so I'm in the channel, so whenever you can get in. Come on, Rhino. My dog's in the background here. Hey, get up on the couch. Cool. Alrighty. What do I want to work on first today? I've been thinking about this. Last night I was laying in bed like, oh, what am I going to work on first on my painting today? Um, you know what? I think, yes, I can. Can you hear me? Yes, yes, I can. Apparently you can't hear me though. Hmm. You can hear me now? Okay, cool. So what are you working on? Let me see here. Awesome.
Just a wedding that I'm about to finally finish up that myself and my girlfriend shot and filmed July 8th, so it's getting a little late now, but just about finished.
Oh, that's cool. Let me mute that. Awesome. You use what Lightroom? I don't even have that program. I'm an illustrator, so a little bit
Yeah,
different.
sounds
Cool.
like it.
know what it is, but I've never been much of a photographer. I can draw, but I don't know. There's
I'm
a,
just starting to learn how to draw. I haven't really drawn much since I was a kid, so I got a little tablet now and
oh
use
yeah,
the bamboo Wacom to draw
cool.
that out and stuff. Cause yeah, learning anything's tough.
I've got a Wacom Bamboo as well. I'm going to be upgrading soon, but there's definitely a learning curve. But if you know, I assume you've got some Photoshop knowledge already with your
Yeah, just a
photography
little bit,
work.
like nothing too crazy, but
That's still worth something. When I walked into this, I didn't know anything.
yeah, streaming can be a bit hectic sometimes when, especially when you're learning, because you feel like you don't really want to stream because you're learning at the same time. But
Mm-hmm.
it's nice to stream because a lot of people still want to see, tricks and
Yeah,
um,
I'm having fun with it. It's fun to. I like the pairing system, and so that we can work together. It's kind of fun.
that was really confusing the first time. That happened to me yesterday. I didn't even realize. When I was doing it today, I actually didn't realize because I had the sound somewhere else,
Hmm.
and then I just noticed, and I was like, "Oh crap!" But it was literally the exact time. I guess it was.
I don't know. I don't know if our audio, like if our conversation comes through on our stream. It
Oh yeah,
probably.
for sure,
Okay, cool.
definitely.
Awesome.
Well, depends on where you have your audio for your stream.
I've got OBS here.
Because I have it all on my speakers, so whatever my speakers play back, that's what's going to be on my stream. So if I had you in my headset, the stream wouldn't hear you.
Mm, see, I only have a headset, so I don't even. I'm so bad
Yeah,
with
so
the
it's the
technical
same.
stuff.
Yeah, it's all the same. So whatever
Okay,
it's
cool.
taking your sound from, and I'm on the same output, it'll be yeah.
Awesome. So when you do draw, what do you like to draw?
Not really sure like what I really like to draw. Pretty much people, I would say, but
Hmm.
just like cartoonish people, not like portrait
Yeah,
sketches or anything like that.
I'm all about high fantasy, science fiction, anything. So,
That's really cool.
yeah, I just have to figure out what layer I have things on. The struggle is real. Why is this transparent? Oh, okay. I follow a few digital artist groups on Facebook, and I see a lot of photographers post their work, and the before and afters are the amount that you can change an image is
I know
really impressive.
it's crazy. Yeah, I've seen a lot of amazing artists do that kind of stuff in one day.
Yeah, I bet your clients will be happy.
Yeah, my girlfriend did a wonderful job because right now I'm doing video,
Hmm.
so all these photos are from her because I'm just filming video instead because I felt like it would be a little more personal to them when they get it.
Yeah, yeah, they look great.
Yeah, she actually got me into photography. We've been together for like 7.5 years,
Hmm.
and 6 years ago I pretty much started loving photography, and she was a photographer, so it was really easy for me to get my hands on a nice camera.
Yeah,
That's the biggest struggle I'd say for a lot of people who want to learn.
yeah.
If you don't
The
have
price of equipment's kind of prohibitive, you know,
Yeah, even
especially
the
like.
point and shoot cameras now are expensive. The
Yep.
little ones you put in your pocket are still expensive.
and you're looking at, an Adobe suite on top of that, probably if you're doing anything professionally.
Yeah, for sure. Might as well get it all. So
Yep. I don't know what I'm doing with this layer here. Just gonna do a line drawing.
whoa, I just thought I heard my voice echoing.
I think the the audio can be weird on Discord sometimes. Sometimes I have to go into my audio settings and bump it up or down. I use this a lot for gaming too. So,
Yeah, me too.
what?
This is my first official scheduled stream.
Oh, really? I just
Yeah,
did mine
my
yesterday.
time, but it's 10 on my time zone, so I didn't know what time zone he was in, so I just streamed from 9 till I'm gonna stream 9 to 11.
Yeah, I don't think they care if you stream longer. Um,
Oh no,
you can stream as much as
I
you
didn't
want.
know like if their 9 o'clock is 8 o'clock, like they'll let
That's
me
true.
be safe. I just came on at my time at 9.
I always just assume everyone's on Pacific time. I'm on Central.
No, I'm Eastern Toronto.
Oh, okay. I've been to Toronto. I'm from Maine. I live in Chicago now, so
Okay, cool.
used to go up to Canada all the time. Mm, Let's. Haven't done any warm-up sketches today, so if sometimes I feel like when I go straight into it, the work doesn't come as easily as after like an hour or two.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of opposite with photo editing. I can do really well at first, and then I just get tired and stare at a screen for a while.
This painting I'm working on is actually from my Pathfinder campaign. which is like Dungeons and Dragons. We've been playing it for years, so I decided to do a little series of work based on the best moments.
That's awesome.
It's a lot of fun. I'd love to do work for a game company like Paizo. That's the publisher that puts out this game. I think anyone that does fantasy work wants to do the character concepts, you know?
No doubt.
Yesterday I was paired with a girl from Spain. It was kind of cool.
That's pretty neat. I was paired with some guy, but he left pretty quick. Streaming for another half hour, then grabbing lunch, and then probably doing the same thing. I told Chris that I'd stream as much as I can, but at least once a week for him for an hour.
Yeah, I've got it set up to go on my Twitch and
Yeah,
watch me work,
and YouTube.
so I can. Oh, I should follow your Twitch account. Um, so yeah, I can.
Yeah, stream whenever,
Yeah.
for sure. Might as well stream on both if you're streaming. I just can't get the chat to work on my restream for Watch Me Work, so I always have to keep that website going
Mhm.
and have my restream right beside it, so it's not too bad.
Yeah, I've got to get a
But I have
second
my stream
monitor.
muted, so like I can't even
Yeah, if someone.
hear most if someone joins, right?
Yeah, if someone jumped in my YouTube, I wouldn't be able to tell. Didn't really plan on making a YouTube account, but you have to have one to do watch me work, so.
So you wouldn't be able to reply to a chat from YouTube, you're saying?
Yeah, probably not. I mean,
If you
what
get
do I?
restream, you can do it.
I do have Restream. It's right here.
Yeah, just sign up your YouTube account to it
Mm-hmm.
on the Restream website, and then once it's actually connected, you can even write test in your Restream chat as the broadcaster, and then you'll see on your YouTube that it'll say test as you, and then on your Twitch it'll say test as your Twitch name. So it'll say test in both.
Hmm. I'll have to look through
I have
this
them both
then.
set up, but just the Watch Me Work chat isn't on my Restream, so
Okay.
yeah, like if it says that you're connected, but
I didn't do much setting up on Restream. I've got it up right now. Um, so I really don't know a whole lot about this. Oh,
yeah,
hey
neither
look.
do me.
Someone just. I've got a new. Okay, apparently there is a chat here. Hmm, I don't know.
It's always so weird when that happens. I'm like, I don't trust you.
Yeah,
You're weird.
yeah.
I remember I was like, "Are you a robot?" They're like, "No, I'm not a robot." I'm like, "Weird." Just because I found it odd when I'm on a website, someone's like, "Hey, did you need a hand?" And I'm like, "What?"
No, I can figure this out.
Yeah, it was weird.
So do you always stream creative on Twitch, or do you have like a gaming channel too? You mentioned you play. If you're talking, I can't hear you anymore.
Oh, there we go. I was muted. I have bad allergies, so I tend to mute myself whenever I'm like sniffling or sneezing.
Yeah, I've got that issue too.
So
I
what was the question, sorry?
I was just asking you if you stream on creative on Twitch all the time, or if it's
Yeah, not really, but I just started doing it
yeah.
lately. Usually just video games.
And what do you play?
I guess right now Overwatch, but my computer's a potato for streaming, so
Mm-hmm.
I can't really stream it that great, but I can play it just fine if I'm not streaming it.
Yeah. Overwatch isn't one that I've picked up. I played League
Yeah, I
for a
used to play
long
it too.
time.
I just started playing it again, but not near as serious as I used to
Yeah,
2 years ago.
I don't even want to know how much money I've spent on cosmetic things in that game.
No, I just spent $10 the other day because my friend came over and we used to play it all the time. So we're like, hey, why not play it again just for good old sakes? And there was a new champion out, Ornn or whatever. So I bought him that. That was $10. And he bought a Malzahar skin, and that was $15. So I
Yep.
just spent like $25 in a night.
My favorite character was always Ari, and whenever a new skin would come out for her, it just, well, there goes some money.
Yeah, my favorite's Jinx in
Oh,
Clash.
she's cool. My favorite design is Kindred. I
Oh,
feel like that's a really original character concept.
for sure.
Lately, I've been playing Fortnite, which is actually really fun. It's like
I have a
a,
couple buddies playing that right now, and they're really enjoying it.
yeah, you should give it a try. It's a good like play with your friends kind of game because you're not playing against other people. It's just you're fighting. It's like PvE.
Okay. I play WoW too, but I don't really stream it
Mm-hmm.
because it's kind of boring because I don't really
Yeah.
use the best stuff and all that jazz. So, and I suck at PvP. I suck at PvE, so it's just like I'll play to enjoy it, not stream it.
I've never streamed any video games. I don't think I would. I'm not really that great. Plus, I stream so much painting now, so only so much time I can devote to this.
Yeah, for sure. Hey, I'm photobombing.
Hmm?
In a picture I'm editing, I'm photobombing it basically because I'm always in the way. I'm doing the video and she's actually taking the pictures, so
Yeah. You could just Photoshop like a tux onto you and then you'll look like part of the wedding party, right? So how many photos do you have to sift through?
oh, I had 1,700. Now there's only 1,025. So
Making headway?
I delete a lot of them because they're either tons of duplicate of the same image, just different seconds. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I'll give them maybe like 3 out of the 7 sometimes, just in case they want to choose. But generally, I know what the better one is.
Yeah.
And the thing I admire about my girlfriend when she shoots is she's like a machine gun. Like it sucks editing because there's like 4 times more than there should be,
Mm-hmm.
not should be, but if I were to shoot it. So, but in a way, she gets a lot more moments, and I can choose a little better instead of just having three to choose from
Yeah.
instead of 12. So it's nice. Lightroom's really good because basically you design your own filter and you keep consistency by pasting it on each photo. So it
Oh.
trims down the work by a lot. You just have to do final touches and all that stuff.
Yeah, levels and curves is about the extent of the editing I do with my images because I paint.
I've never even touched those.
Really?
Yeah, and my girlfriend, she just said that when she edited, that's all she used a lot is the curves.
Yep. Control U is really useful for digital painting too because you can edit the color of a single layer. So if I don't like the color on one of my characters, I can alter it a little bit.
Yeah, that's true, that's true.
Trying to learn all the Photoshop uh, keyboard shortcuts to save myself some time.
Well, the curves are pretty cool.
Yeah, you can select your half tones, your quarter tones, um, and select specific colors if you're doing RGB.
Hmm.
I usually, I'm weird. I like to use CMYK mode because I went to school for printmaking, and all color separations for traditional printmaking are done in CMYK. So I'm just familiar with it. It doesn't play well with most websites though, so I usually have to convert my images before I'm done. Actually, the one I'm working on right now is RGB.
It's a cool little sketch you're doing right now.
Thanks. It's gonna go into my bigger painting. He's gonna go right over here. I was just having trouble drawing him on top of all the work I've already done, so I decided to make a new document and just.
Oh, nice.
We fight a lot of cultists in our campaigns. He's summoning some kind of, I don't know, undead something.
Yeah, I
One
can
of
see that.
my GM's favorite things to throw at us is like a undead owl bear. I have no idea why.
How the hell am I gonna draw that? No.
Right?
Have you drawn that yet? No, eh?
No, no, no. I uh I was go I'm at a point where I'm not getting a lot of client work, so I decided to do a more ambitious series and just kind of hire myself to do more character development. So that's why I'm doing these
That's good.
paintings.
It's the only way to get better at it.
Exactly. I do get.
Do you do a lot of commissions?
I do. Mostly small, like character sketches, avatars for people. Um,
That's
no.
still really cool. And then they just PayPal you or something
Yep.
like that?
Yep.
Yeah, that's nice.
Um, I want to do work for game companies, so that's kind of where I'm going with it. But I feel like I'm not quite efficient enough to do that yet. So
Well, if you do it every day for a year,
yeah,
you can be efficient.
it's been like 3 to 4 months that I've been really painting every single day for
Oh, wow.
3 to 4 hours a day. So
Yeah, that's good. Sounds like you're already on the right path, so.
I'm trying. Let's see.
Oh my god. I'm done.
You went through all of them?
Yeah, I'm done. There's no more.
Wow.
Oh
Pat
yeah.
yourself on the back.
You know what? I really wanted. Thanks, babe. I really wanted to finish it before 11, and it's 15 minutes before 11, quarter two. Woo.
Making those goals.
Oh my God, so many photos. So they end up with 1020. Nice. Oh man, I don't even want to export these, but I have to.
How long does that take?
Oh, I don't even know. 1,000? I'm gonna say like a couple beers. Probably an hour.
uh,
Is it National Beer Day? What? My girlfriend
there
will
you
be the best excuse
go.
ever. Any excuse I'll have to
Any excuse for day drinking.
yeah. The bar opens at
um,
11 here.
there you go. That's so funny.
Yeah, I
I'll
actually
have
like
to
going
tell
to
my
the bar
boyfriend.
around here. Pretty cool.
That's fun. I'll have to tell my boyfriend that it's National Beer Day. He's a big.
Yeah, why not? I mean, kind of gotta celebrate the wedding I just finished too, right?
Yeah, because it was really your wedding too.
It was all my wedding. No, that's awesome though. I'm really happy.
If you're getting into digital painting and you're going to start doing a lot of color work, grabbing a color wheel like I've got on my display is a huge help. This one I can set up to have complementary colors, tertiary colors. It's
Oh wow.
really, really useful. Um,
What you just that's just something that's within Photoshop itself.
no, this is an add-on. It's like this one's called Magic Picker. There's a bunch of them.
Okay.
It's like $10. It's
Oh cool.
really improved my workflow since I've gotten it.
And you're using the tablet right now, right?
Yep, my little Wacom Bamboo. It's not the best tablet, but because it doesn't have pen tilt on it like the Intuos Pros do. So that's probably what I'm looking
Okay.
at.
I'm not sure
Here, I'll
which
show on
one
my
you're using.
stream. Mine's silver. This little guy here. The Bamboo Fun. I think it was like $70. I got it a couple years ago.
Yeah, it says Bamboo Connect.
That's just a newer version of what I've
Oh, I
got.
see. I got it for free actually. A nice person just gave it to me. They're like, I don't really draw much anymore, so
That's
here.
awesome. You can still make really high quality work with it.
I hope my computer doesn't break when I export all these.
Photoshop crashed on me yesterday. I had this
Yeah, mine
horrible
actually did that
moment.
while I was streaming. It just froze.
Oh, I have to save now. We're talking about this.
Whoa. The voice really trips out sometimes. That's very weird.
It's been pretty clear on my end.
I just keep hearing like I don't even know. Like it's just like a really loud laugh sometimes, and I don't know if that's me, like, and it's just backed up. It's bizarre.
Hmm. Your headset is haunted.
Yeah, maybe. My headset's actually broken. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I have to send it in when
I
I have the chance to.
I just got this one. I love it. It's a Razer. Mm.
Alright. Looks like my exporting has begun. 1,020 photos. That's a good thing to end my stream on.
There you go. Yeah. Well, it was nice chatting with you.
Yeah, nice chatting with you as well. Now that I have the Discord, that's very helpful because I forgot about it, but he emailed me it. That's how I found it.
Ah, that's probably where I could find it too. In case if anyone else asks.
Yeah. Alright, well, nice to meet you and good luck on the rest of your stream.
Yeah, thanks. See ya.
Have a good day.
Yeah, you too. Happy National Beer Day.
Happy National Beer Day.
There's something about drawing ugly characters that I just really enjoy. So, if any of you are wondering um, who I was talking to, there is a site called Watch Me Work. Here, I'll link you guys my stream. I'm streaming there as well as Twitch. And it's a fun site. It's specifically for artists, digital artists. And you can stream your workflow and they can pair you with other artists. So you can chit chat, get critiques while you're working. It's a cool system. I just started using it this week. What kind of atmospheric lighting do I want on him? Because he's casting a spell. That's going to be green. So I think I'm just going to add, just as a reference for myself for later on, add some green up here. How about I make his eyes look kind of creepy? I'm almost ready to stick this character back into my main image. Hmm. Sorry, I'm working on my settings a little bit. Be nice and I'm sure I'll get this all down in a few more streams. Still all very new to me. Giving him kind of a Darth Sidious feel here. Alright, so I'm going to merge down and I'm just going to delete this layer because I want to just copy. Can I just... There we go. He needs to go. going to desaturate him a little bit. It's not doing much. Oh, I'm not on the correct layer. Duh. There we go. Well, okay, cool. Just drop my my social stuff in the chat really quick. Okay, so I'm going to keep working on him, but in this layer. annoying to have all those windows open. Gotta get a better system for this. I'll look into that when I'm done today. Anyways, I was saying earlier there's something fun about drawing ugly characters because I don't know. It's like a challenge to see just how horrible you can make the bad guys look. I feel like there's something that I'm painting. Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna throw those away. So I will be streaming again tomorrow at 9 a.m. Central Time. Today's a makeup because I missed Monday since it was a holiday here in the US. All right, now I'm going to grab complementary color here. Go super bright. Make this a soft brush. And I'm going to grab a luminosity. Also going to grab, let's make this I want his face more developed, so I'm gonna go ahead and grab. Mm, let's go with this guy. Oh, hitting my opacity. Let's fix that. No one in my channel that was stuck. If any of you want to say hi, I'm cool with that. I'm trying some new brushes on his face, why not? Not really what I want here. What is that, like cross-hatching? Oh, that's kind of cool. Let's grab color here. I'm just switching back to my palette knife brush. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna grab a pinky color for that. Switch to a different brush. This one's been my favorite for a while. So I always press the window key. Well, not always, but I often press the window key instead of Alt. That's why I keep bringing up my start menu. Why does he remind me of Anthony Hopkins? There's just something bugging me about this. Actually, I want to check. where that line is on. Hello, Johnny. Nice to see someone in the chat. I am just chipping away at this painting. I've been working on it for a few streams now. How are you today? My name is Jordan. My handle is Philippine Arts. I am a freelance illustrator. Do a lot of high fantasy illustrations. This one is based on the Pathfinder RPG game. Unfortunately, with my setup, I have to keep my chat visible on the screen because I only have one monitor, and Photoshop doesn't play well with my OBS, so I have to do my entire desktop visible. So hope you don't mind the chat being visible when I check it from every now and again. Thank you. It's starting to come together for sure. There's still a fair amount of work to do, but I'm excited about it. I'll pull up the last piece because it was part of the same series. Where is it? Laughing Fox. This was the last one in the series. She's a druid character, and she's got a fox companion. So you can find my work on my Instagram. Here. How long do I need? It depends on what I'm doing. Here's my social accounts. This one I worked on for probably 2 weeks, and I paint for 4 hours a day. So a while. I'm getting faster the more I work though, so hopefully I'll be more efficient soon. The speed is something that I try not to worry about too much because I just need to put in the time to make good images, and I think speed comes just with practice. So, but if I'm just doing an avatar or just a character with no environment, I can do that in 1 or 2 days. Are you an artist too? What am I doing here? Like, for some reason it's not grabbing the color. There we go. Weird. I love chilling out and watching creative streams. Twitch is a really great place for artists to hang out, and um, I end up working here alone all day long. So it's nice to pop in and say hi to people, watch their projects, and watch them all develop. And also, sometimes you need someone else to look at a piece to say, ah, there's something wrong with this, but I can't tell. I've been staring at it for too long. That's when it's nice to have someone say, oh, your proportions are wrong or colors are off. You're not good at painting? Well, it certainly takes a lot of practice. I've still got such a long ways to go. I've been thinking, oh, I'm getting a phone call, and I'm ignoring that. Telemarketer. I've been thinking of doing more fan art on my streams. Maybe that might pull in some viewers. I don't know what fandoms people are really into at the moment, though. I see a lot of Overwatch. I'm sure I'll see a lot of Thor once, because that movie's coming up. And oh my god, Game of Thrones is everywhere right now, too. But this is fun because what I'm working on right now is original content. All these characters are ones that I've created. grab a texture brush really quick. Let's see here. Maybe this guy. It's kind of funny how much time I spend in Photoshop trying to emulate what it would look like if I were working traditionally with an actual brush. Oh, thank you. That's very sweet. I don't know if I should have my video up when I'm drawing, but I figured I like to see the streamers when I'm on Twitch, so I might as well. So are you into gaming? Is that what brings you to Twitch, or do you just like to watch streams? I don't know what most people are here for. I got some kind of notification. Did you subscribe maybe? I don't know what that was. I got something going in my headphones, and I'm so new to this, I don't even know what that sound means. If so, thank you. I've been struggling with drawing this skeleton all week long because there's a certain amount of anatomical correctness that you've got to have. Look at lots of pictures of spinal cords, and I think, see, my general thought with stuff like this is you have to get it at least close enough that when someone looks at it, they don't immediately question it. It doesn't have to be perfect, but it gets pretty believable at this point. Awesome. Well, thanks for the subscription or follow. I don't know what the, I know it's two separate things on Twitch. I don't have a lot of people right now, but I'd like to have an audience or people in the stream just to talk to. It makes working so much more fun. The other day, someone in my stream told me that a new book has been released from J.R.R. Tolkien's estate. I'm a huge Tolkien fan, Lord of the Rings, everything. They've extended a story that he wrote in the same universe as Lord of the Rings, but much, much earlier. It's called Baron and Luthien. I'm so excited. I've got to go get it. Actually, that's the fan art I should do. Some Lord of the Rings fan art. I've been meaning to do a painting of Galadriel for a while. I could draw elves all day long. Sometimes I do. Is my audio okay? Never quite know how the settings are working for everyone. Okay. Been debating on whether I should give this skeleton some like demon horns. I think he needs something to look a little bit more interesting. Maybe I'll make a new layer and I can always, if I don't like it, I can just delete it. It's a nice thing about Photoshop. I want it to be a slightly different color. Maybe I'll just block it in with this peachy kind of color I've got here. I called this painting Great Cleave. It's an ability. And Pathfinder, I think it's actually a feat. I don't know if you've played any Dungeons and Dragons or anything, but it's an ability with a weapon where you can hit multiple enemies. You basically hit one thing, go right through it into the next one. It's really good for killing minions. Right, and then the second horn would be like, I don't know, in here somewhere. Obviously, I'm not going to paint them. I leave them as this color. I just need a guide for myself. Mm, mind the placement. I wish I got some kind of audio alert when people were talking in the chat so that I didn't have to keep checking it and bringing it up. I really have to get a second monitor. Okay. How about getting the sun in my eyes? I've got to fix that. Ugh, that's better. Okay, cool. Check my OBS to make sure you can still see me. Okay, that didn't mess it up too much. So I do have a scheduled stream. I don't know if you saw that on my channel. I usually do Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 9 a.m. to 12 noon. But this week I'm doing a makeup today because I missed Monday for Labor Day. That means I'll also be on tomorrow. Oh wow, I didn't even realize it was 11. That's a good thing when you're painting and lose track of time. I'm gonna grab some orange, stick that in the horns, just a few places. I was talking with someone yesterday while I was painting this character, and she was like, "How do skeletons move?" Because they don't have any muscles or anything. The answer is always black magic. I think I do like the horns. Actually gonna grab kind of want it to look like there's some kind of pale glow emanating from inside of the skeleton. It's the magical force keeping him upright, you know? Switch to soft light mode. It always helps to add a little bit of saturation. Change brushes. This one's a little too hard on the edges for what I'm doing. little bit in his nose. I could just zoom in. That would make my life easier. There we go. What I'm gonna do. This is a good trick for painting to see if you have any scratch discs are full. I don't know what that means. Let's try now. That's better. Just kind of, your eye gets so used to looking at the painting one way that sometimes if something seems off, you can't really see it. So this just kind of confuses your eye enough that you can, it's like stepping away from your painting and then coming back to it after a while. Notice things that you wouldn't see right away. I don't know why I'm so slow right now. I'm gonna close some windows. I had Fortnite open. I've been playing that game a lot lately. Not really what I'm going for, dude. Just here to paint. It's probably for the best. Delete that. Oh, got some sort of notification here. Let me see. Is that on? I'm streaming on a couple different sites. I'll give you guys a link. Nice. I'm going to copy the link to, this is a site called Watch Me Work that I stream on. You'll be exporting for a while. I was in here with a photographer earlier and he was editing photos from a wedding. I think there was over 1,000, so that's a lot for a computer to handle. You'll be done exporting before I'm done with painting though. dog laying behind me. He's a Great Pyrenees and Anatolian Shepherd mix, so he's gigantic and super lazy. He just sleeps the whole time that I'm here painting. Oh, cool. Hey there, I'm going to... Can I follow you? There we go. Awesome. Now I can see you when you're working. Are you going to come back and stream later, or are you done for the day? Huh. Thanks for subbing. It's probably, it could be my fault. I have this weird slider on my headset, and I always, let me just make sure. OBS is getting my audio when I talk, so let me see. But it still is. So, oh God. I think that way is good. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me? Test, 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 test. I swear I sit on this cord all the time and then I move this little knob. It's the only thing I don't like about this headset. Test, 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 test. I think it was in the right spot before. Just gonna hope. Cross my fingers. I'll check the chat in a moment. You should take a few minutes and just do a sketch today. You said you've been kind of playing around with it. If you just take 10 minutes a day, you'll see a lot of improvement, whether it's on the computer or just in a sketchbook. Just for fun. That's so strange. I always use Chrome, huh? Weird connectivity issues. I'm glad we're connected now. Anyways, I was saying, if you were wanting to practice with drawing and stuff, just take 10 minutes a day and do a little doodle. I feel like the habit of drawing is the hardest thing to form. It's like exercise. You don't want to do it at first, but once you start doing it every day, it's easier. It's all about the routine. Awesome. I went to art school, and I remember in my capstone class, our professors were talking to us about the amount of art students that continue to make art once they're out of school. And the numbers were very depressing. I think it was like less than half of us because once you don't have that structure of school, It's harder to stay motivated, I guess. Oh God, I do that when I'm doing line work. I grip my stylus like death grip. And after 4 hours, it hurts for the rest of the night. I've been trying to get better about that too. I also tend to hold my breath when I'm doing delicate line work. Bad habits. Probably make weird faces too. I'm waiting for someone to point that out on my stream. I don't know if I'm paired with anyone on. No, I'm not on Watch Me Work. Oh, something made a noise. Here we go. I'm paired with someone. Hello. Oh, she's gone. Oh well. The amount of time it takes me to set up a stream, I'm sure I get in and leave 5 times before I actually get things working. Just trying to think what parts of the painting need the most work at this point. There's something up with that cultist in the corner that I have to work on him a bit more. And this skeleton in my lower right needs to be painted in. And then I wanted a castle in the background. So that's the other thing. And of course I've got to add in details on his sword. This part of the painting feels like it moves slower because you're working on details. The first part is just laying down the framework. It happens so fast. If you're new to digital art, potato. If you're new to digital art, you should look up, here, I'm going to go to YouTube. I'm going to give you a resource. His style isn't my favorite, but this YouTube channel, Draw with Jazza, actually has quite a lot of useful information. He has a tutorial on doing clipping masks that is a game changer in Photoshop. Basically what a clipping mask is you can use a really big brush but stay in the lines. Here, I'll make a little layer to explain what it is. I'm showing you this because this is like really, really useful in Photoshop. I'm just going to make my brush really big. Okay. So I'm drawing this big circle right in the middle of my piece. It's on a new layer, don't worry. Okay, let's say that I want to shade this, but I don't want to go outside of these lines, but I want a really nice gradient. What I do is I create a new layer. I usually name it mask. And it goes right above the other layer. you hold down the Alt key and, oop, wait, what did I do? Okay, I did something. I'm a bad teacher. You hold down the Alt key and see this little box that shows up between the two layers. You click and that creates the mask for that layer. See, there's this little arrow here. And then if I wanted to shade this, I can do so, and I can grab a really big brush and I don't go out of the lines at all. So this is really useful when you're doing any kind of character because you can put their clothing on a mask, you can put the face on a mask, the hair. If you set it all up really nicely, it makes the coloring process a lot easier, and it's also a lot easier to have your work look really clean at the end. So I'd encourage you to look up that tutorial. I'm going to get rid of these layers now. Yeah. It's kind of one of the must have tools. You have to know how to do it if you're going to be painting digitally because it just makes everything so much easier. You know what? I'm going to work on the axe a little bit. Excuse me. What else is really useful in Photoshop that I wish I had known? Color dodge can be really fun. Where did I learn how to color dodge? It might have been on that Draw with Jazza channel. Like I said, I don't, he's not my favorite artist. His style it just isn't really my taste, but he does have a lot of really useful knowledge. Oh, no. Let's not do that. Holding down R to rotate image is really useful, especially if you're doing straight lines, because I like to just, there's a couple different ways to make straight lines in Photoshop, but I like to just hold down Shift and draw my line. That makes it perfectly straight, see? But you can only do it on either a horizontal or vertical. So if I were to do it with this axe, I would just rotate it until it looks like it's, you know, straight up and down, and then stick my line in there. Oh, that's why. I'm working on a layer that has its opacity turned down. X details. Took me way too long to realize that. It's like, why aren't my colors coming out the right way? There we go. Another good tip is if you're working in color, um, stick your image in grayscale a few times throughout working on it. It's a good way to check your values. You want a good range of black values to light values. Fix that, that's gonna bug me. There we go. And sometimes it's hard to know where your colors fall on a value scale. That's where my brain is right now, so I'm just, I feel like I'm rambling sometimes on my stream, but hopefully it's useful if you take something away from it. I'm going to flip this back. I have no idea what that means. Well, I guess I'll have to look that up. Point to preferences, click performance. Checkbox next question. I'm just going to cancel this and I will, alright, I just saved, so close Photoshop really quick and reopen. Oh, that might be exactly what's going on. I bet this will fix the problem anyways. think my next few paintings after this one aren't going to be the big scenes, they're just going to be character studies. Oh my god, my dog is yipping in his sleep. Can you hear him? Maybe it is because I have a layer selected. I'm so impatient. I feel like my computer's just in general running slower right now. Okay, I'm just gonna do this and let it think out its problems, whatever it's doing. The bar means it's doing it, so that's good. I'm getting hungry. I've got leftover tacos for lunch. It's good lunch. Anyways, I was saying my next few paintings are just going to be character designs. No background, no placement, really. Just really good costume design, really good characters that look interesting. That's something I've been wanting to work on a bit. That and my other thing I'm working on right now is drawing landscapes. Because I've always been more interested in the figures in general. So perspective and things like that are kind of weaknesses of mine. Oh my God, I've never had this much of an issue rotating a canvas. I think it's because I'm streaming, honestly. I think it's just making my, excuse me. Oh, excuse me. I have bad allergies too. Yes. They're homemade tacos too. Didn't even use taco seasoning mix. Did it all myself. Because I'm that good at adulting. Not really. Yeah, even my line work is laggy. Maybe I need to stop multi-streaming every time I stream. I haven't looked at the watch me work in a minute. Still no pairing. Oh well. I'm on the wrong layer. Here we go. Probably help for me to merge some of these layers too. I have quite a few. I just saw this preview for a new horror movie that's coming out called The Crucifixion. It's by the same makers that did The Conjuring. It's like about a demon-possessed nun. I'm kind of excited about it. I love horror movies. The remake of Stephen King's It, I think, came out today too. Oh, brush sets for Photoshop. I've got a really good one. I'll link to you. I just have to, on my DeviantArt here, I need to look at my favorites. Here we go. View. I favorited my own painting. Lame. Here we go. Aaron Griffin art. I'll link this in the chat. Hey, I think that means this is a really good brush set. It's got a lot of really textured brushes. I've got to check Watch Me Work really quick. Oh, hello again. Hi there. At least I thought I was in Discord. Maybe I closed it. Yeah, I'm in. Okay, cool. Anyways, did I link that? I did. And it works. Where did that go? What are you working on? Oh, cool. I love the line art process when you first start a painting. I think that's my favorite part. All right, awesome. I've got someone else in here with me. But a lot of those brushes are the ones that I'm using. It's hard in Photoshop. I'm pulling up my brushes right now. It's hard in Photoshop because you can't see the name of your brushes. But like this one here is called the palette knife brush. There's some cool like smoke effects. These brushes here, this is all the Aaron Griffin set, are skin texture brushes for like getting the pores and stuff. Um, he's got some for cross hatching. I think this one is for hair. Um, really cool brushes. This, which one is my favorite down here? Hello. Welcome. I've been streaming for a few hours here. Nice to have someone in the chat. Yeah, I started at 9. I'm actually kind of winding down a little bit now. I'll pull it. I was showing someone in my Twitch chat some cool brushes. Yep, I'm using the I think it's Restream thing. This is my first week streaming on Watch Me Work. I've only been streaming on Twitch a couple weeks, so I'm pretty new to all of it. Working out, I'm working out the kinks. Well, your piece looks nice so far.
Thanks. It's like a very extremely doodle camera now.
You
So
should. Hmm?
what are you working on?
Right here. This is just personal work. Oh God, where did
Yep.
that horrible line come from? Um, it's based on my Pathfinder campaign, which is like Dungeons and Dragons. So it's
Ooh.
just high fantasy, good fun. Um, so yeah, I'm doing a whole series here. I'll open up my last painting here.
Elf warrior. Getting all the magic vibes.
Yep. Okay. I've been running my computer's memory is apparently all used up right now, so I can't even open up a new Photoshop document. So,
Oh
but
no.
anyways, um, I think that there's a link to my Instagram though, right on the Watch Me Work stream.
Yeah,
So,
just put it in the chat. That'll
oh
be
yeah,
great.
good idea. That's my personal one. There we go. Watch me work. Right there. Oh, apparently links don't work. Yep, I like foxes. So how long have you been working digitally, doing digital painting?
Pretty new to this actually also. Like I've took a course, like an art course actually.
Mm-hmm.
For 1 year in Singapore. I live in Singapore. Yeah. So for now just like 1 year. Prior to that I was like doing traditional art.
Yeah, I'm pretty
So
new
how about
to
you?
it as well. I always work traditionally. What is up with my brush
So
right
what
now?
made you go digital?
I feel like this is what people are looking for, you know? And with the kind of art I make, it's like game art and fantasy art. If I'm ever going to work professionally, I feel like this is the most efficient way to do so. And now that I've been working for a few months this way, I really, really love it. The surface never gets overworked, you know? What were you saying?
No, like so you want to work in a game company or like just designing in general?
Yeah, I'd love to do like character design, concept art kind of stuff. Um, I haven't tried to branch out with that yet. I've just been doing commissions.
Oh, so you have you just take commissions for now and just
Yep.
like doing the portfolio thing, trying to work. Yeah, I guess
Yeah.
similar situation.
There's no real
Yeah,
road.
so very
Hmm?
sorry.
I was just gonna say there's no roadmap for this, you know. It's kind of
No,
trial and error.
it's like you try until you succeed, I guess. Yeah. So where from?
I am just outside of Chicago.
Oh,
How about you?
Singapore.
Singapore. Wow.
Yeah,
What time is it there?
very far. It's 1 a.m. right now, actually.
Oh, okay. It's 12 noon here, so you're 13 hours
Yep,
ahead of
it's
me.
yeah. It's like I remember it's like 1 day. Was it 12 hours? It's September 8th now. Yeah.
You're talking to me from the future.
Hi. Welcome to the future.
You should link me your social accounts. I like your style.
Oh, okay, sure. I do more of
You could stick it in the chat or in
fan art. Yeah, I'm just like trying out everything.
I think the links would work. Oh, here,
There we go.
just
I put it in chat.
copy. All right, let's pull this up here. Anyone in my
Show
Twitch
hours.
stream can see too. Yep, we're going right there. Ooh,
Paper.
wow, this is nice. Your line work is so clean. I'm the opposite. I Everything is really painterly because I hate doing line work. I hate it. I just skip right to color.
Really?
Yeah, I just skip right to colors.
Oh, so you do more volumetric painting, is it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I guess
Like
that's the word for it.
convexes.
Your tracer is so cute.
Thanks. Wow, you make me wanna like I'm gonna show you stuff on mine soon.
Cool. I hope you don't mind me looking at your art while I'm on my stream.
No, it's fine. I mean, free publicity. Thank you very much.
I'm looking at one of your lands.
Oh,
I
this
guess
is
it's a Yeah, this one is so nice. This kind of what I'm working on right now is working on my environments because it's a big weakness of mine.
yeah.
I
It
pref
was actually for me though. It's that piece took way too long actually.
Yeah.
Because
Well,
that was when I was in school. I did
okay.
a 1 year school thing. Then afterwards I learned how to environment, how to concept art, how to design and stuff.
Oh, cool. You were in art germs class, or you took like a
Yeah, I took his class.
That's cool. I love his artwork.
Yeah. I mean, you can come to Singapore and like learn from him too. It's far though.
He's super popular everywhere at this point.
Yeah. Well, he has students everywhere too by this point.
Hmm.
He has like 10 classes. I'm the 10th class, which I graduated already.
Wow.
So now it's on to the 13th, and each class is around 20 people, so you can imagine how many students he has.
Yeah. That's
Like his fame is just spreading all over.
yeah. His work is so it's so clean and so you can tell that it's his style like the second you see it too.
It's straight up. Yeah, the way he like paints everything is so clean and so beautiful. And
He's so fast
yeah,
too.
he is very fast. You know how many hours he tell? It's like he does. He sits on one piece and does it like for like 6 hours, and it's like done.
Wow.
6 hours straight up and one go.
Goals.
But well, he has 20 years so 20 years of art, so that's why.
Yeah. I've only honestly I've only been painting every day for like 3 or 4 months. I went to art school,
Oh,
stopped making art for a while after art school, um, and then a few months ago, I'd been doing like commission work for people and making money that way. A few months ago, I just decided to take the plunge and quit my job. I was a makeup artist, and I've just been doing this
oh,
since
you were a
then.
makeup artist.
Yeah, I was. So this
So
is
you
my,
just want to focus more on your art now.
yep, it's my new thing.
Oh,
It's going pretty well. I've gotten so much better in just a few months. It's crazy.
commissioning.
Hmm.
Like where do you get your commissions from? I'm like quite curious. Like
Mostly through Facebook. I'm a member of a bunch of different role-playing groups on Facebook, and I post my work there, and then people are like, "Oh, could you draw my character?" And that just kind of spreads.
oh,
So,
okay, that's cool. Because
yeah.
actually I am also. I mean, I think we all are lah. Like the ultimate goal is to be a freelancer and like do
Yeah.
artist.
You know what would be amazing is to get a I see all these artists on Instagram and they start their Kickstarter for their book and it's funded in like 1 week. That would be nice.
You
Someday.
the crazy fan base. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Maybe in a few years.
Anyways, are you inside the Atra, like Atjum's Discord?
Um,
Curious question, yeah. Cause like actually over there, if you want like maybe some tips, cause like the circle there is pretty big, I would say, and they are all very helpful and very nice people.
okay.
And if you want to join, I can just send you the Discord link.
I
It's
would love that.
yeah, it's managed by Ajum. He created the Discord channel, and I think there's like 200 over people inside there.
That's cool. It's nice to be able to get like a critique now and then. That's part of the reason I like Twitch so much is I'll jump in someone's channel and I know a few
Yeah,
streamers at this point and they'll pull it right up and say, hey, you could do this or this. Sometimes you just get stumped on a piece, you know?
yeah, I think you'll like it there because it's like they're very very active in their yeah, there you go inside the chat. They're very very active in the critic section, and yeah, there are really some awesome artists there also, like pretty high level, and some of Adam's apprentices are inside there too. Yeah.
All right, let's grab, I think, go to, there we go. Oh, hey, look, he posts in here and everything. Awesome. Thank you.
Okay. Well, personally, I also like I didn't talk much inside there, but the people there are pretty nice and they're all very helpful. So yeah,
Cool. I love finding new art communities online.
yeah. But for now, I only joined like two because they're like pretty. Atra, I still feel it's more active. Well, or maybe just I'm biased towards Ajab, I guess,
Yeah.
because I was a student.
How long was his course?
It's a 1 year course.
Wow.
Yeah. Not cheap, I would say.
Yeah, I mean, he's probably got a big demand for teaching,
You can
so.
also say, yeah, it's like a crash course
Mhm.
in 1 year. So like you learn really everything you need to know for the job. And the IFS people there, like Arjun's like colleagues, I would say,
Mhm.
two other guys who founded IFS, like Imaginary Friends Studios. That's Arjun's studio. Um, they are also part of the teaching lecturers there.
Hmm.
The things that they teach are actually quite crazy, lah.
I
That's all I
wish
can say. Pretty
I
crazy.
I did go to art school, but it was a I majored in studio art. So it
Okay.
it's more of the fine art gallery world. They don't teach you much about the art market and making stuff for clients. It's very introspective. It was very, very different from the kind of work I'm doing now. I wanted to be in illustration, but at the time I didn't, I was like 18 and I didn't really know what I wanted, honestly. So I wish I'd gone to school for illustration. I think it would have served me better, but maybe I need to take some courses. I certainly could use some in Photoshop. Oh gosh.
Maybe you could take like the simple ones, like I guess Photoshop.
Yeah.
I think US there's quite expensive. I feel over there.
hmm
Like correct me, I don't really know anything about like the US. Like what is
Art
the
school
cost?
is quite expensive. When I was looking at going to art school, It's at least like 40,000 a year in just tuition. So
Yep.
it's an investment.
Sounds about yeah, sounds about right. Because the art school that I went for international students is also 40K,
Hmm.
but Singapore dollars lah.
I hate to like leave the stream, but I usually only stream until noon here, and I'm super hungry. I've been on here for like 3 hours. So, I'll send you like a friend request on Discord, and I'll follow your social stuff. Here's my dog. But anyways, it was nice meeting you, and I'm gonna be on here tomorrow, so maybe I'll see ya.
Um, Hopefully, because I stream very irregularly.
You gotta get on a schedule. That's the first thing people
Yeah,
tell
I'm
you.
trying to. That's the hardest part.
Yeah,
Always the hardest part to like, try to get a
I
schedule.
agree. That's the hardest part with art in general is getting on that schedule. But anyways,
Mm-hmm.
I will see you around.
Yeah, I'll see you around too.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, guys, I am going to end my stream now. Thank you for stopping by. And yeah, I gotta go get food. I'm super hungry. I'm like borderline hangry. So, anyways, see ya.